Hi Collective, what's up? Hope you're having a beautiful start to your weekend today. If you're new, I'm 𝚜𝚅111. Gonna hop right into your message and remember to only take what resonates. So first one out is you always pop up on my timeline even though we don't talk. So this is like someone you must have went on a date with or previously dated, okay? And this person, it's like the universe has your back. The universe is constantly reminding this person that you were someone special in their life, and maybe at the time they didn't truly appreciate you. You know, it's almost a shame because everyone in their life has experienced at least one of those kinds of relationships where you feel like you gave your all for a person. You were the best version of yourself for them. You truly love them unconditionally, and they made you feel like you weren't enough. And I feel as though this is that person that's coming through. They could have really grown up since you two originally dated or knew each other. And this person's come to some type of deep understanding that they allowed a good person to pass them by. And, you know, the reasons will vary. For some of you, this person could have been dating someone else. For others of you, they could have been looking just to casually date and have fun. And for others of you, this person could have moved locations for career or something that kept the two of you from being able to be like extremely serious in a commitment. So I feel like for a lot of you, it was never intentional, but this person, as of lately, they keep seeing you on social media. So you could have a mutual friend following on any type of platform. So maybe you come across each other that way. For others of you, it's like if you're someone who posts on any type of social media, you're like coming up on their feed. Like you're coming up on their scrolling through on their homepage and they're like, what? Like, and it's almost as if their spirit guides are trying to like reiterate the fact that they let a good one go, and that was you guys, Collective. So yeah, you keep popping up on this person's timeline, and it could have even happened within today or yesterday if you've seen this message. So the clock card is here. How fitting. Needing time, cycles, takes time to heal, and progressing. So you could have really healed from the fact that this person let you down in some type of way in the past, or that your connection never ended up being where you wanted it to be with them, or that this person overlooked you in some manner. And regardless, just know that they're almost like taking a second look, but they wonder if it would be too late. Like, do you still have feelings for them? Are you over it? Are you feeling as though being rejected by them? Wow, a lot of cards came out. I'm going to shuffle those because that's a lot. But the first one says healing heart. So they know that you've been healing from this heartbreak that they put you through. They feel extremely responsible for some type of heartbreak. It says healing heartbreak, toxicity, and past relationship. Okay? So for some of you, this was a past relationship where you feel as though you really needed to heal your heart and take a time out or a break from dating in general. And this person feels very responsible for that. For example, if you've been going through a period of celibacy or non-dating and like other people know it, this person feels some type of way because they almost feel as though the whole people around you, the world, the community, whoever you guys know mutually, all know that you're not dating and you have paused your love life because of how this person made you feel unlovable or like you weren't enough. And you could have really poured your heart out and tried to be the best version of yourself for that person. And they could have really let you down in some type of way. They could have ghosted you. They could have stopped communicating with you, or they could have even been entertaining other options and treating you as if you were not enough. And this is going to be a really clear message. So if it doesn't resonate, of course, like I always say, do not make it your story. If it's not your story, enjoy your weekend. Check out another love reading, something that resonates more by whatever you're drawn to. So ascending, that is beautiful energy. Learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union and a new phase. So for some of you, your person wonders, are you able to have a new phase in this connection? Can it start over? Good things take time, and they feel as though they also weren't on the page that you needed them to be when you needed them to be more committed to you. So you could have also dated this person more casually in the past, like maybe you were just like casually dating for a number of weeks, months, or years, and this person's like always knew in the back of their mind that you wanted a more solid, serious relationship. Whether that was moving in together, having a family, getting married, or for some of you, Collective, all of the above. So one more card here, soulmates, okay? But it came out in reverse. So this person feels as though you think that they are your karmic soulmate. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract and life partner. So with this being in reverse, this person feels as though you feel like they are your karmic soulmate. And they're wondering if you can get over that. They're wondering if they have what it takes to change your mind. And they also wonder too, I feel like this is someone who could not be spiritual, but if you've ever kind of gone over spirituality with them, they truly wonder, like, what was the lesson the two of you were meant to teach each other? For them, collective, it was the fact that they didn't appreciate you when they had you. So let me see if I can pull some overall love messages. If there's anything that they would like to say to you that maybe they felt as though they never had the chance to say before. Wow, beautiful. First one says, you're gorgeous. So collective, this person finds you to be incredibly attractive. If you felt like you weren't good enough based on your appearance in any type of way, they need you to know that was never it. You were always absolutely enough for them when it comes to the physical attraction, connection between you. Next one says, if you only knew how much those little moments with you mattered to me. So some of you could have felt as though this person maybe had a trouble with expressing those moments that the two of you shared in the past. For example, you could have went out on one date, a few dates, your first encounter, your first meeting in general, or even if you were the type to send them little messages or texts, DMs, calls, letting them know how you feel. They need you to know that every single one of those moments between the two of you means a lot to them, and they may not be very expressive towards you, or they weren't in the past, but like they don't want you to give up on them because of that. Wow, so this really makes a lot of sense. Breaking your trust broke my heart. And I never realized this, but this one almost looks like it got wet from like one of my like I always have a water beside me when I do readings. So it looks like it almost got water on it. So collective, that's representative of tears. For some of you, this person could have really felt extremely emotional over the fact that they know they broke your heart in some type of way. I feel like this is exactly what some of you wanted from this person before and never got it. It says, are you ready to start a family? Collective, that is a huge message. Please do not make it resonate if it doesn't fit. But for some of you, that could have been directly why this connection did not work in the past. You could have said to your person, okay, we're doing great in the relationship, but I'm ready to start a family. I'm ready to get serious. And maybe they felt like they weren't at the time in their life where they had enough to provide for you financially to be able to start a family. And for others of you, they could have felt like maturity wise, they weren't at a place in their life where they would have been able to provide that emotional maturity needed to really settle down. So in love with you is here. Ever since the two of you have been in some type of separation, they need you to know that the love they feel for you is real. And more so than that, it's never gone away. If anything, it could have increased for some of you over time, because this is the type of individual who had to lose you to realize how much they loved you. And this person really just wonders if it's too late for the two of you to start over and do what you talked about in the past, or what you always wanted them to do with you and you felt as though they ran away. Collective. Confirmation, it says, you never let me explain. So this is a huge thing they want to say, because for some of you, you could have had the type of communication where when you didn't hear what you wanted to hear, I just got to be honest, as the reader, you could have just totally turned this person away from you. You could have been the one to end the relationship. You could have been the one to ghost this person or end communication. And what they're saying is you never gave them the chance to explain that maybe they didn't feel ready to take your relationship to a new depth based on feeling a lack of maturity emotionally or even financially. Sometimes you know you're not prepared to move in with someone, get engaged, plan a wedding, start a family. The easier thing for people to do is run away from those conversations. And I feel as though it was never you, collective. You were always enough, but this person felt like they weren't ready for it. So you are too good for me is here. They feel like they never wanted to hold you back in life because they feel as though you are too good for them. You've always been enough. And this person knows that they made you feel extremely hurt and rejected in the past. So lips is here. What they want you to know is they absolutely love your lips. And I'm going to pull you one final message. Wow. It says, why am I not enough? So whatever this conversation was in the past, you made this person feel as though in some reasoning or another, that they were not enough for you. Maybe because you weren't willing to wait for them to reach the level of maturity you needed them to be, or they needed to be, in order to provide the seriousness in the relationship that you wanted from this person. It's almost as if the two of you have been playing tug of war at each other's hearts, and no one has been able to give each other a little bit of leeway. Like, if this person would have opened up to you, collective, and said they needed a bit more time, would you have been able to work with them on that? For some of you, they feel as though you weren't. You're in a rush to find that person, settle down, start a family, and they needed more time from you. And if that resonates, just know that I feel like some of you just need to have a conversation. If you're truly still in separation with this person and you truly still feel like you care about them or you love them in any type of sense, it's extremely important just to be allowed to be vulnerable with each other and really just communicate what it is that you both need from each other as partners in order to take this relationship further. Because this may not be the end of your chapter with this person. It may just be the beginning of taking a relationship more seriously. And this person could feel as though you ran away from them instead of communicating exactly what it is that you need. So this person really respects you now. What they need you to know is through the time apart between the two of you, they've really seen you grow and change into such a beautiful version of yourself. And if they could at any point, they would love to communicate the fact that they're extremely proud of who you've become. And more so than that, they are ready to really just take your relationship to a whole new level, collective. It says, you are the sweetest person I know. So this person finds you to be sweet like sugar. They feel like you are their sweet spot in life, in relationships, in love. You had an ability to really make them want to try new things and want to be the person that you needed them to be. And you need to know that. Because maybe this person had a hard time voicing that in the past, but they were willing to change and transform their life, their emotional wants and needs in order to make you feel more secure in your connection. So I need to be honest about some things here. If they could say anything to you today during the separation, collective, it's almost as if they need to be honest about something that maybe they held back in the past. And they know that if they wouldn't have held this information back, or the way that they feel about a certain area of your connection or life in general, it may not have brought you two into a separation in the first place. Air signs here. So you could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or your person could be. It says a giant misunderstanding. So, woo, don't treat me like an option. Your person has a lot to say. They feel like the two of you ending a relationship or going separate ways in the first place all was to do with a giant misunderstanding where neither of you allowed yourselves to open up to the connection, to express how you truly felt. You just both pulled away from each other. And it says, don't treat me like an option. So your person could know that you have a lot of options, collective, whether you're the feminine or the masculine watching. Your person knows that you be looking absolutely gorgeous, handsome, however you resonate. And they don't want to be feeling like while you're on a break or you're in separation that you are out there exploring other options. So that could be what they want to be honest with you about as well. It could be extremely difficult for them knowing that they feel like they allowed you to slip away from them to consider moving on with a new love or trying new relationships. And they always knew that if they would have given you what you needed, this would have never been an issue in your relationship. So I'm going to pull one final. Oh, you get 2 heart messages. Okay. Beautiful. First one says, when I first met you, I knew one day we'd spend the rest of our lives together. So what your person most importantly wants you to know is that no matter where your relationship's at, they feel as though you will always find your way back to each other. And it says, maybe one day you'll see just how much I love you. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, this reading's beautiful. I feel like it's clear as day. You are in a no contact situation or a separation from someone, and they are honestly just waiting for you to reach out. And it's almost as if they know that whatever happened in the past between the two of you was a giant misunderstanding. And it's almost as if spirit, their spirit team or yours or both of y'all's, is constantly putting you on this person's radar, even when they try to run away from you, their feelings, and this relationship, in order to remind them of what a beautiful connection the two of you had just started, or where you're meant to be. And that's why you always pop up on their timeline, even though y'all ain't talking. So go ahead, like the video, subscribe. I really hope it could resonate, and drop a comment if it does. And until next time, bye.